You're watching a Titan Medical Center production. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Titan Medical Center Health and Lifestyle Show. I'm John Tsikouris, and this is my wife, Sharisse, and we are the owners and founders of Titan Medical Center. Stay tuned because you guys are gonna love some of the information you guys are gonna get about your health, your fitness, maybe your financials, and definitely your relationship. So you definitely wanna stay tuned because you're gonna love all the great information coming your way. What do you think, Sharisse?
I think you should tune in every Sunday at 11 a.m.
So stay tuned for this because you guys are gonna love the rest of the show. What's up, guys? John here from Titan, and today my good friend, patient, Big J, down here in the building. And you know, Big J is a part of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's, so you better watch out. But he just got a new position. So Jay, what is this new position that you got?
Yeah, so now I'm with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Community Outreach Division. So those of you, I'll let John continue to explain it because he's one of our sponsors. So I'll let him go ahead and go from there. Let y'all know what's up.
Yeah, so basically, you know, being a part of the outreach community, we're sponsoring different events for the Hillsborough County Sheriffs for good causes for them. You know, it's really easy to do. You'll just contact Big J if you want to be a part of this group. They'll fill you in on the sponsorship packages and what events they got coming up, because they got some really cool events.
That's right. So we got a whole bunch of things that you guys will be able to sponsor and definitely be able to sign off on your taxes as well. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, hey, that's just a benefit right there. So at that point, get a hold of Big J or Deputy McNabb. And at that point, he'll take care of you and you can be part of the Hillsborough County Outreach program like we are. Thanks, guys. Man, Titan Medical Center just made blood work that much easier to get. And you can get it too on your laptop, your cell phone, or even your iPad. All you have to do is go to TitanMedicalCenter.com, pick the blood panel you want, whether it's male or female, add it to the cart, go to that cart, check out. Now you're gonna get an email with your prepaid lab requisition and the nearest lab locations to you. It's that simple and that easy. And we'll get you the results in 3 to 4 business days. Who does that? So now's the time to look inside, see what's going on with your body so you can live at optimal and healthy levels every single day.
The best version of you is just a text or phone call away.
What's up, guys? I want to bring some Titan tidbits to you guys. Some information you might not know and could set the bar for you guys. One is, if you can do 50 push-ups in a row, you're stronger than 95% of the population. That's right. There's a whole bunch of studies and a whole bunch of information out there that can actually set a standard for you. So I'm going to get down to my 50 push-ups in a row so you guys can see it. I want you guys to tag me in a video of you guys yourself. If you do and you can do it, then I'll give you guys some cool Titan merch. Let's go. Here we go. And they got to be good push-ups. $50. $60, baby. So if you guys didn't think I did the 50 good enough, I did an extra 10 for you guys. Let's see yours. Tag me in the video. Titan Medical. Let's go. In 6 seconds or less, I'm gonna tell you guys how to build lean muscle mass. Follow along because it's gonna go real quick. 3 things drive this: nutrition, training, and recovery. How do you optimize these things? 1, you gotta get protein. Lean protein sources are key. Make sure you get enough protein in your body. If you have to use supplementation, do it. 2, calorie surplus. Making sure you're driving enough calories inside the body to build that lean muscle. Going to a calorie deficit is gonna make you shrink and lose weight. Don't do it. 3, progressive overload training, going up in volume, going over weight over time. With compounded movements, this will help you hit other muscle groups at the exact same time and optimize your training. Next thing is sleep, rest, recover, revitalize, rejuvenate. This happens all when you sleep, where you think that muscle gets built. Not when you wake up walking around, it's when you're sleeping, that's when it's building. And we have an awesome Titan Medical Center therapies. So many different ones. You might need HRT, you might need a growth hormone releasing hormone peptide, or we have Hercules Potion, or many more other things that will help you build that lean muscle mass. So if you want more information about that, call or text us at 727-389-3220. And if you like this, be ready because I got more 60-second series coming your way. What up guys, John here from Titan Medical Center, and today I want to answer a commonly asked question to me and the answer to you guys. This gets asked all the time. Should I take ATG or Enclomophene with my testosterone replacement therapy? And the answer is, if you want to be optimal, if you want all the best without any of the negative side effects, then yes, that is your answer, 100%. And the reason is, so you guys know this, is when you take testosterone from an outside source, whether it's sublingual, it's a pellet, it's an injection, it's cream, whatever it is, your body is one of the smartest machines out there, and it picks up on this. And your brain picks up on it and it says, hey, listen, we already have an outside source of testosterone. We have testosterone in the body. There's a signal that goes from your brain down to your testicles, and your testicles are what produces your testosterone and semen. So at that point, that signal gets shut down. The brain tells it, hey, listen, go on vacation. We already got what we need. Don't worry about it. What happens at that point? Now your testicles start shriveling. They start shrinking. We call it here like baby prunes, right? And at that point, your semen production also gets shut down or lowered, and testosterone naturally gets cut off. So when you're on testosterone replacement therapy, you don't want any of these negative side effects. And the most common response is, I'm all right, I don't need any more kids. It's not just about fertility. We talk about aesthetics, we talk about tightness, comfortability. That's what you really want with this. And like I said, all the benefits with any of the negative side effects. It will also complement your TRT program. It will make you feel better. It will help you in a number of different ways. So don't shy away from it, embrace it. And that way you'll get all the results and feel the best you possibly can. Trust me, I've been on this program myself for 12 years. And it's done nothing but great effects for me all the way through and through. I look better now than I did when I started the company 12 years ago. That's saying something, right? So if you guys got any other questions about this, or you want to talk about different therapies that might help you, you need to contact us today. Just call or text us at 727-389-3220, and I'll be back with more answers to your guys' commonly asked questions so you guys get some great information and great knowledge for yourselves.
Hey guys, it can be a couple of things that can be killing your gains today. Poor sleep, high cortisol, or maybe low T. But guess what? Titan Medical can solve it all.
Big Johnny, will you talk to me a little bit about AOD?
Sure, so AOD 9604. This is a really, really nice peptide therapy, specifically for weight loss. So AOD 9604 is a 176 amino acid sequence of growth hormone, which is a 191 amino acid sequence. Now, this isn't gonna give you all the benefits of growing bigger or anything like that. It's not gonna have that effect like growth hormone. But what it is gonna have the effect, like growth hormone, is gonna create two main effects, lipogenesis and lipopolysis. So what that means is, for you guys out there in layman terms, it's going to not have you store fat that you're eating food with, right? So those calories aren't gonna store, and it's going to utilize the stored fat as energy. It's going to boost the metabolism, giving you a great weight loss effect all the way through and through. Can't beat that, right?
It's hard to beat any of these things that we're going to talk about, but this is one of my favorites, and this is a protocol or a, is that how you'd say it? A protocol, a peptide that I have been doing since being with Titan Medical. So, and it is one that I absolutely love.
It's really a fabulous one. You can do injectable. We have an oral sublingual for this too as well. It's pretty effective, like I said, across the board. I would say it's good for people that want to lose 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 pounds. When you get over that, there might be some other options for you, but AOD can also be utilized with all the other therapy packages and protocols that we have too. So it just might be a nice little complement to what you're doing right now.
Can you give me, how long should somebody take this protocol?
Sure.
4 weeks, 8 weeks, a year?
Sure. So you can stay on this protocol a long time, right? So there's no cycling on, cycling on. I would say, you want to give it at least a good 90 days. 90 days, you should see a good result. especially if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. We're having a good nutritional diet, we're sleeping, we're drinking water, we're having some activity, which are the essentials. When you have things like this is going to really complement that therapy. And like I said, you can take this long lasting, so ever long lasting. So if you want to take it for a whole year, you can, but you really get a good effect, I would say 90 days and beyond.
So you got that 3 months taking this, and then like you always talk about, you say the Titan lifestyle. You always reference that. And that's sleeping right, that's eating right, that's getting your workouts, staying consistent, and then adding in the AOD will help you out even that much more.
Absolutely.
Get going.
So I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. This is just for me to you guys. And this has made me super successful in anything I've ever did and in life. Consistency is key to any success. Whether you wanna grow muscle, whether you wanna be successful in business, whether you wanna get a degree, whatever it is, consistency is key. The more consistent you are, the more successful you are. Remember that. So take everything you're doing and be consistent in it in a positive way. Start a trend and keep doing it. That builds consistency. That will build your success in whatever you want to do. I built Titan by being consistent, built my body by being consistent. It's all about consistency. So if you need strengthening in any of those areas, you want to feel better, look better, and perform better, you want to build lean muscle, lose weight, better concentration, better sex life, better overall living, then you need to contact Titan Medical Center. We'll help you guys out. Call or text 727-389-3220. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully you will be successful in whatever you're trying to achieve.
Tighten up. Call or text 727-389-3220.
You won't like this, but you need to hear it. If you keep ignoring your health, if you keep saying, I'll start next week, if you keep pretending it's not catching up to you, it will. Fatigue becomes your normal. Drive, gone. Focus, foggy. Confidence, a memory. This isn't just aging. This is neglect. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be this way. At Titan Medical Center, we help you take back what's yours, your energy, your strength, and your life. Titan Medical Center offers nationwide medical services and therapies that will give your body what it needs to thrive. So call or text Titan Medical Center today at 727-389-3220 or visit us online at titanmedicalcenter.com.
What's up, guys? John here.
I'm Sharisse.
And we're back with another Cupid's Corner just for you guys. And on Cupid's Corner, if you guys don't know or haven't tuned in before, we like to cover some tips and tricks to help you guys, maybe reignite that relationship flame, get that relationship back on track, or set you up for a very, very successful relationship in your future, possibly.
Yep.
So gathering all these tips and tricks through the years, life experience, and talking to our friends too, because we get some good feedback from them or problems that they're going through or family members and stuff like that, and kind of just blend it all in so you guys get all the good information that you guys need. No more guessing, no more what maybe should I do in this situation, what can I do in this situation.
Give you some options.
We're gonna lay it out for you guys, and this was some things that maybe you guys shouldn't be doing, right? So this one is the name of this segment should be competitive, but don't be in competition with your partner. All right. So what does that mean? That means that, listen, whatever we do, we should definitely be competitive, whether it's your job, whether it's a sport.
Dave and Buster's.
You always want to be your best, right? And you guys can compete with anybody else out there. You guys can compete with coworkers, friends, family. When it comes to your partner, you guys can be competitive in some things like we were talking about, maybe Dave and Buster's. You go there and you're playing air hockey or one of the shooting games or one of the racing games.
Always competitive.
Right?
Always.
You should want to be competitive.
It makes it fun.
And that should be a good spirit. Some people are like, I'm not really competitive. I don't care if I win or lose. Is that real?
Or some of the guys that are out there, right? They get mad if their girl wins.
Oh, don't be a sore loser.
Or some of the guys out there let their girl win. Now, and that's okay, but don't do that like on purpose, because then it's not competitive anymore.
Yes. You want them to do their best. Even when you play your kids and stuff like that, you want to be the best you can so they can learn against you, you know?
Exactly.
If you keep doing lay downs or it's too easy for them, they're never going to learn, they're never going to get better. That's what it is. In my personal experience, playing sports, you always want to play older people, more experienced people. That's how you get better. If you don't play people that aren't good, you aren't going to get any better.
True.
So that's where it comes in of being competitive. So you want to be competitive in what you do, right? But don't be in competition with your partner. And let's break that down. Just for an example, the other night we were out talking to one of our friends, and basically he had a breakup with his girlfriend and stuff like that, and kind of went over like what the issues were. So the biggest issue was they were both event coordinators. Now the girl was, she's very beautiful and stuff like that, so she probably gets a lot of attention and she does really good events. Awesome. Well, they're both together now. So he does his own events. He started getting a little bit of limelight, and then she started getting a little bit upset about it. Like, hey, listen, I'm the star, okay, and you're not. And basically, that's what it broke down to. And the guy's like, well, listen, hold on. I thought we were a team.
Right.
I want you to do better. You want me to do better.
Right.
And that's really what relationships are all about. You want somebody that's going to compliment you and somebody that's going to make you better. You don't want anybody worse for you because it's going to bring you down. I mean, that's in any relationship you are, a friend relationship or, a love relationship, romantic, or business relationship in terms.
True.
If you get into a business relationship with somebody and they're not as good as you, or they're horrible at what they do,
lazy.
Or they're lazy, it's going to bring you down. They want to make you better. They want to be complacent or be leeching off you per se. You don't want that either. You want something that's going to compliment you, making you better. So in this relationship, the biggest thing between them was the competition factor where, she thinks that she's the star, he's starting to do his own thing and come up, and she's upset about it, right? Instead, they should be like, all right, well, we're working as a team. Maybe we can even do events together and just blow them up even bigger.
That would be smart.
And we're the couple together that does this.
Right.
And, I use me and Sharisse as an example for that because we're together. We are 50-50 in everything that we do, even though I'm the alpha and I rule, but...
I'm the alpha when I'm not around John.
That's right. So, at that point, listen, I still listen to her. I take her advice, I take her feelings in consideration, and where she comes from as far as that goes, or what she thinks should be the best. And a lot of people don't do that.
You should, though. I mean, really, guys out there, I know that a lot of guys are old school, like old school Greeks, or even Indian families, or, a lot of cultural background families that are high culture.
Yeah.
A lot of the females, and this is the truth, I know we're all coming up in the world. Okay, cool.
Girl power!
But let's be realistic, in a lot of these other countries still, I think Chinese, they still walk 5 feet behind their guy or whatever it was, or it used to be that way at some point. So, it's nice to know that you have a significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, your fiance, whatever it is, that will listen to what you're saying, listen to your input, and won't just totally disregard it because you're a female, or it doesn't matter, or they're going to make the final decision anyway, so you're totally irrelevant. That doesn't make your wife or girlfriend feel very good about the relationship. So that's really important. I think that's been a big one with us. A big one.
And listen, everybody's different, so there might be some women out there that want that, or vice versa. There might be some guys that want that. Yeah. So that's fine if you're happy in what's going on. That's a whole different story. But like I said, don't be in competition. If you want your relationship to be successful, if you are in competition with your partner in everything when it comes to your love life, business, personal, I think there's going to be some issues there, and you're going to get some friction down the road.
It's coming.
And it's going to basically make you guys split apart. People are going to get in your guys' ears. You're going to go ask about, what should I do to your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it is. And at that point, they might give you some unsolid advice. And that could be putting some things in your head that, obviously that could ruin your guys' relationship or end the relationship at that point.
Yeah.
So it's really big about you guys communicating. So if that is an issue, we always mention it. Communication
is key.
Communication's key.
I say it every episode.
It really is. It really is. So the more you communicate, the better the relationship's going to be. And that might mean that you guys stay together for a long time, or listen, you guys come to terms that maybe it's just not going to work.
Right.
But at least you communicate, and you guys can be amicable about things. And that's the big thing, I think.
Yeah.
That's out there.
100%.
What goes right along with this, and sometimes it can cause these issues too, is excessive jealousness.
I might be.
Excessive
I might
jealousy.
be the culprit of this topic here. I'm not even gonna lie.
So, and I'll use their example too, because he did bring this up. So, you know, the girl, she's throwing her events and stuff like that. It's okay for her to hug the guys that came to the party or shake their hands. But when the guy was shaking the girl's hands that he knew and stuff like that, or would come into his events, it was a problem. Who is that? Who is she? How long have you known her? What's the deal with you guys? You know, all this. He's like, listen, he's like, I just met this girl in passing. Like, I have no idea, but it's just for the event. I have to go out and shake hands, kiss babies per se,
Yeah.
and, you know, and be the face of this thing. I mean, that's what I do, right? And that's what she does. So she should understand.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's sometimes, you know, when people get a taste of their own medicine, they don't like it too much. You know, it's a big thing. They don't think about it until it really happens to them. And then when they go through that, then they're like, oh, this is what this feels like. I don't like this feeling at all. And that's when you guys should communicate again about the things or problems.
That's the resolution to this, is communication. So when me and John first met, because I always like to give you guys great examples, you know, listen, honestly, I'm a very jealous person. Very, 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 very jealous. I mean, even somebody just looking at him for more than they should, which is about 3 seconds, you know, then I'm going to get upset. I am. So I've come a long way, you know, but when we first met, it was the same kind of thing, you know. I mean, we were still doing some individual things that, you know, required us to, you know, shake hands, kiss babies out on the streets, right? But when we go out in town sometimes, he'd be saying hi to somebody, and I'm like, okay, well, first of all, I didn't get an introduction. Let's start there, all right? Number 2, who is that? Okay, so here we go with, you know, if you're gonna say hi to somebody, just for guys out there, just as some tips for you guys. If you're gonna say hi to a female, and let's just say your wife or girlfriend is a jealous person, or let's say they're not a jealous person, then maybe this is just for respect purposes, okay? If you are gonna hug and, you know, kiss someone and say hello and, you know, be friends, you should introduce that person to your significant other, not, you know, stand in front of them and be like, you know, like now your back is to them and then you're talking to this other female and you're like, hello, who is this? Well, so literally, when we first met, I would move him aside and be like, hi, I'm Sharisse. And what's your name? Who are you? I'd love to know you. So that's how that went down, and that's true, very, very true. I've come a very long way, and I've calmed down just a little bit. But, you know, it's big to communicate, because I would tell him after that. Well, when we first met, I wouldn't tell him after. I would actually tell him in the midst of, and then we would get into an argument. See, we're real people. We argue. We get into big arguments about, you know, and this could be a whole nother topic, but not to fight in front of other people. That's a big one. Do not fight in front of other people. Do not start arguments in front of other people. If it's whatever it is, just hold it tight. Go somewhere else, in the car, wait till you get home, whenever, to discuss it. And I've learned that over the past 14 years now. So I've come a long way with that. But, you know, I would tell him when I got home, like, hey, listen, you know, I don't appreciate, you know, if you do know. And then a lot of times, you know, if you know this person, why you didn't even introduce them to me, you know? And then he would be like, well, I didn't even know her name. You know, and he was being honest about it most of the time, but he was being honest about it, you know, and I didn't even know this girl's name. Like, I just, you know, she knew me from wherever promotion, or we did this event and, you know, in passing, and I'm like, okay, well, that's when you still introduce me, because obviously she's saying hello to you. So it can make your significant other feel a little uncomfortable because they don't know if you really know them. So how do you know them? Do you have any history with them? Did anything happen with this girl? Why is she looking at you like this? Why is she being all cute? Because I'm like that. So that's just the truth. I'm being honest. I'm very straightforward for those of you that know me, and then you don't, now you know. But, you know, it's important that you communicate that you don't like that. And then they'll stop eventually, hopefully. You know, and they'll stop and they'll, oh, wait, let me introduce my wife or my girlfriend. Like, this is Sharisse, this is so-and-so. And, you know, just go from there, because it's important that you do that. It can really make your significant other feel uncomfortable, especially in the beginning stages of your relationship where they don't know who your friends are. They don't know who you know or how you know them.
It's true. Especially nowadays with social media and everything
like
that.
Oh, my goodness.
Like when we first got together, luckily, it was only MySpace at the point.
We might have had an upper hand because of that, actually.
You know, it was just MySpace. So, listen, as long as I was in the top 8, number 1, I'm good to go.
Yeah. I made you go through his inbox, too.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Jealousy, I'm telling you, is terrible. I've come a long way. But he's helped me come that long way. And you know why? Because he makes me feel secure.
That's right.
And it's important to make your significant other, and this is for girls too. I mean, you flaunt your stuff, you look cute somewhere, you guys are wearing a short dress, heels, boots, you're all done up and you're going out and you go to dinner or you go to the club or you're going to wherever, you know, hold the hand of your man.
You can have some sort of PDA.
Or, you know, just maybe even like put arms together, you know, because then people know you're together, you know, and then it kind of diverts some things that can possibly happen. It will divert that, considering that if they see that you're together, then it's just straight disrespectful if they come forward with whatever.
You know, and I do see out there, like, you know, like some girls, I'm just using an example, guys can be the exact same way. They'll be on their phones taking pictures out at an event looking like they're by themselves. Like, and then even do the video, and like when the video comes around to the other person,
see the guy in the corner,
they like go up high or to another angle just so they don't show them, but they want to show like where they're at. So listen, this is like a red flag. Like, why are you doing this? Like, are you scared to like show me in your video, or you know, show people that you have a relationship, you know, something like that?
If you get cropped out of the photos, guys, you better start thinking.
You know, and I know a lot of influencers out there that want that because they want the image of like, listen, I'm single, so everybody likes him, is attracted to them.
Yeah.
You know, because some people, if they say, listen, I'm married or I have a boyfriend, it kind of might detour some of their fans. Who knows? But listen, you're not being real with yourself. You're not helping your partner's security level. You don't want them to be insecure, like she said, and you want to involve them in these different things. So if you're with a person, you should be proud that you're with that person. And if you're not proud, then there must be something else going on, or some other ulterior thing, or arrangement, because there's arrangements out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not judging that at all. If that's what it is, then hey, listen, God bless.
Whatever floats your boat.
But if you're in a real relationship, it's good to show that your partner's there right next to you, and other people. It will detour possible future problems that you may have.
Yeah.
You know, on the flip side of that, I did see some other things out there where people are like, they don't want to post that they have a significant other because they don't want people DMing those people or trying to get in their inbox or try to wreck their relationship, because they possibly could have had past problems with exes, right? And then they're like, oh, I want to share this with this person. We'll see if this person really likes this person afterwards, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy out there. So I can see it on both sides, but you know, when it gets to a serious point, your relationship, you guys are serious, let's say moving in or whatever it is, you're past the dating point, the honeymoon stage, at that point, you're gonna have to show that you got your partner. You want to be proud. So that's really what it's all
agree.
about. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's gonna sum it up for this week's Cupid's Corner. We appreciate all you for tuning in. We're loving the feedback. We're coming, up to a whole bunch of people that come up to us and
oh
like,
my God,
listen,
I love it.
we see your show
guys
on Sundays.
Me.
Like,
here
so, listen,
on ABC.
It's huge.
Every Sunday.
It's huge. It's huge. And we're very blessed and proud, and we still can't believe it. So
super cool.
You guys keep tuning in, showing us the love. We'll keep giving you guys some great tips and tricks to help you guys out. And we'll see you next Sunday, 11 a.m. And if you don't have this on your cable, make sure you guys tune into YouTube or our Facebook for the full show too as well. I'm John.
I'm Sharisse.
And we'll see you next week for another Cupid's Corner.
Bye.